Well, first of all, we didn't have a very good weekend in Shanghai, so I think here in Zhuhai we are more home ground. It's a track that I know very, very well. I did a lot of races and a lot of laps in the past and still nowadays. So we are fighting. We're fighting for the podium. We're fighting for the first step of the podium. We had the first practice not long ago. I think the car is well balanced here. We have a good setup that we proved on the test days this year. So we're working on that basis. We can work in order to make the car a little bit better, to suit the track conditions and the weather as well now in Zhuhai, but definitely our goal is to be in the podium, and definitely our goal is to be in the top step of the podium for this weekend. Zhuhai is very hard on the brakes because most of the corners are very similar, so they're all hard braking corners, and they're all, let's say, slow speed corners. You don't really have a lot of high downforce corners unless it's turn 10 or turn 14. So all the other corners they are very demanding on the brakes. And that's why you can see every time we come into the pit lane there's massive smoke coming out of the front tires and rear tires. I think it's good for the spectators, but especially in my opinion, I think for the drivers it's not the best, because we are fighting in race 1 to get as much position as we can, and then on the next race we got shuffled around. And I think it works in Europe because the pace is more the same between the first 8, but we have a big difference between the first 8 here in Asia. And Shanghai, we managed to get away with it without any problems, but I can see a different thing happening here in Zhuhai. The track is not as wide as Shanghai, not as much overtaking opportunities. So I think we might have a little bit of a fiesta in terms of touching into each other. But for me, I hope that I'll be trouble-free, and I hope I won't be caught in any accident.